All right, guys, welcome. Let's jump right into this topic. Um, I was scrolling through the internet and I saw an article that stated that Caitlin Clark was going to get a pair of signature sneakers. And it would be associated to the late great Kobe Bryant. Let me first start off by saying I am the one of the biggest Caitlin Clark fans. I think she is spectacular. I think she's a breath of fresh air. I think she is classy. I think she is what I consider to be a true hooper. Maybe you've heard that term before. She's a real one. Regardless of what you may think about her race, her attitude, where she went to school, Iowa. I went to school in Iowa. I was in Marshalltown, Iowa. Regardless of where you think personally about her, she is legit. She is one of the best basketball players I've seen with my two eyes. She is a pure, and this is why, she is one of the rare female basketball players that I can say is a pure shooter. When I was in college and I had to do a report, I did a report on Diana Taurasi because at that point she was my favorite player, and she still is one of my favorite players. So when I seen Caitlin Clark, she just got added to that list of players that I can spot immediately and say she's a great one. Now, with that being said, I am a huge Kobe Bryant fan, and when I seen this article, to me it didn't sit well initially. And even now, it doesn't really. I mean, I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, well, if they're going to compare anybody, any female, to Kobe Bryant, I would say Caitlin Clark. It's not a diss to Kobe. To me, it's not like, oh, it diminishes Kobe Bryant or anything like that. Or I'm not going at it from that angle, because from that angle, you know, I got to be fair. I can see a lot of comparison, and I can see how when she was in school, she wore Kobe Bryant sneakers. She brought those things to light. Kobe Bryant has the number one selling sneaker right now. See, y'all gotta understand, guys. This is what being a legend is all about. It's not about all this old other stuff that y'all wanna, stats and or are they a great humanitarian? Nobody cares about that. We care about how well do you play the game of basketball. These players, Caitlin Clark and Kobe Bryant, they have seized moments on the basketball court. You gotta understand that. That's what makes them great. They did it in moments where all eyes were on them. The world is watching. Now what you gonna do? See, you can't fake that. You can't fake that. So I love the comparison. I just don't like the fact that now a corporate company like Nike, who I criticize at times, um, I think they should have just kept Caitlin Clark whole image, her shoes separate. There was no need to associate her with a Kobe Bryant brand to the degree of them having a simultaneous shoe. If that's something you wanted to do later on down the road, fine. But when we're talking about Caitlin Clark at this time, 2025, she's a breath of fresh air. We need her to have her own shoe. I think it hurts Caitlin, to be honest with you, because anything that she does now, some people are going to say, oh, it's because Kobe Bryant. Oh, they're buying those shoes out because it's associated to Kobe Bryant. So I think that was just a bad marketing scheme. When I seen Caitlin Clark wearing Kobe Bryant sneakers, what it told me was she's a student of the game. She understood who Kobe Bryant was in relation to the game. It does not mean you have to market her with him to this degree. It just means she's one who pays attention. And she chose Kobe Bryant to represent his shoes when she played, and that's a statement that all players make. When we wear a player's shoes, we're making a statement. We're saying this is our guy. This is who inspired us. Every now and again, you might get a shoe that you just like because the way it looks, the way it feels. True. But a big part of that is, who is that player? And I just felt like Caitlin Clark was just showing Kobe love, showing him respect. She was not trying, to me, in my opinion, make any money off of wearing Kobe Bryant sneakers. She was not trying to say, oh, in the future, I want to make a shoe with Kobe. She has her own lane that needs to be created. She has all the tools needed. She doesn't need to be associated with anyone else right now. We want to see what Caitlin Clark can do on Caitlin Clark's own 2 feet, 10 toes, based on what she's doing it for the WNBA, how she will grow into the league, how she will mature as a player. Hopefully no injuries or anything like that. You never know what this girl potential going to be, because like I said, she's a pure shooter. And I can go into that a lot about what it is to be a pure shooter. You need to understand that. Pure shooters are rare. Stephen Curry is a pure shooter. I don't hear a lot of people use that term, pure shooter. You got a lot of great shooters and good shooters, but these are pure shooters. So no, I don't agree with the combination. I think this is what the problem with the NBA, the WNBA, is that there's a over marketing campaign going on that's not even necessary. They're trying to over market and control situations versus just letting it flow naturally. Caitlin Clark, she was selling out arenas. I heard a report. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that Nike has scaled back on the marketing for Caitlin Clark because it was causing too much bad publicity, and it was having a negative effect on the NBA. Can you believe that? I mean, that's like a control freak. It's not about all the time trying to over market. Sometimes you have to look at what the people are telling you. There's a question that was asked. Are you not entertained? No, we're not entertained. That's the problem. Why aren't people entertained? There's no team basketball. There's individualism. There's superstarism. Nepotism. Who wants to see somebody play just because they knew somebody? So when I heard that they wanted to scale this girl's potential, her confidence. Do you know that the NBA is all about confidence? I want to do a story on Mikey Williams because I think you guys are not you. Everybody's looking one way. No one is looking the other way. Mikey Williams, I'm gonna do a full video on him, but let me just stay on point. He's one of those other players who have this potential, yet I see how corporate America operates in these situations, and how sometimes when you don't have experience in the game, you may have experience in marketing, you may have experience in business and making money, But when you don't have a true love for the game, you make silly mistakes. You make choices that don't really relate to the true nature of the game and the people who truly likes the game. No one likes this. Even those who are Caitlin Clark fans are like, that doesn't make sense. She didn't need that. She could have been just fine being a admirer of Kobe Bryant, still wear his shoes from time to time, but then have her own signature shoe that can stand on its own merit. Like I said, the NBA need to hire me. Nike, you might need to hire me. This was a bad decision. Cause now you've it's almost like what you did is you put everything in one basket when you could have had two full baskets. Now you got one basket busting out of the seams and you're losing versus having two big baskets of the same size and you can fill them all up. And if they bust out the seam, they bust out the seams. I just feel like that was very un it didn't have to me, it didn't have a lot of economical sense. It didn't make sense to I think us true basketball players because some people do not like the fact that you associate her with Kobe Bryant. Me, I don't have an issue with it. But I can see it from that perspective as well. I'm looking at it more so that it hurts Caitlin Clark. But some people will look at it as a slap to Kobe Bryant. I don't think so. But I can see it from that angle as well. So yeah, Nike, this was a bad decision. You're gonna lose money by doing this. And I don't know, man. What y'all think about this, man? I'm gonna leave it at that.